Hi, good evening to all, and thank you so much for the opportunity. And as it is the last session and I got around 20 minutes, so we'll finish on time. So we have in this conference, you may be talking about property rights, but what is property? So that is just the focus of this presentation, how to identify that property. So property records or property rights, when we discuss, we talk it as if they are monolith, but I feel that there are two distinct parts. In record of rights, we made a lot of progress because they were simple digitization, so it was done. But in maps, the user experience has not improved. So we will talk about user experience of these maps, how these maps were created. Even though with the digitization, we have just vectorized these maps and created a digital copy of them. But originally, these maps were prepared with this chain. This link was of about 20 centimeter. And any reading less than 20 centimeter was rounded off. And these were guidelines in these survey manuals, which is there in the Andhra Pradesh manual, which is available on their website also, that 1% of the error in length is to be ignored, 5% error in area is to be ignored. And the area, if you found that, if you see the old records, you will found that they are not in decimal, they are not in, last digit is possibly 0 or 5, because area was simply counted by counting these squares. And this line in many area is, if it is 1:4,000, then it is about 2 meter. So in urban area, these maps are very irrelevant because the tolerance of error is more than the size of the property. So if you are going to use them, and we are stuck here because in the last 20 years, then every state has tried to implement, they did survey with total station machine, drone survey, or with modern technology, satellite survey. But we are still stuck. Why? Because if this survey number has an area of 1,000 square meter, when we do the fresh measurement, they are either 950 or 1,050. How to resolve this mismatch? And this is such a big problem. Now, these are for example, but inside we know, because no academia has generated that kind of a research, that after 5 year or 10 year, all teams which are coming, they are again doing resurvey just to resolve this problem of mismatch. And we are still yet to find a way to resolve this question of mismatch. That's why our map are still stuck in a 500-year-old technology. But we didn't check because we thought that such map can be created. But these maps, which are of created with two different methods, they don't match anywhere in the world. This is King County, Washington. If you see that the survey numbers after vectorization, they are not matching. They are going in C. But we live in kind of an inferiority complex, and we are trying to achieve something which has never happened anywhere. In South Korea also, they are also Asian, so they also created map, then it didn't match, then they declared new records to have no legal validity. But then their town and country planning was using the latest map because it was more accurate, it was more matching with the reality or with the situation. So both departments fought, 1,400 zoning approvals were cancelled. The matter is in their Supreme Court. So how to resolve it? How to resolve this mismatch? In Taiwan, for the 50 years, they are trying to generate these maps, and they are stuck in their official, these are from their official website. It is written that they are making guidelines how to resolve this problem of mismatch. Lithuania and Rwanda, they are first in the quality of land administration as long as these World Bank rankings were issued. They didn't have this problem because they didn't have a prior record. Lithuania's records were destroyed in communist regime, and Rwanda never had such records. So they didn't face that problem. Japan has just again started their 7th 10-year plan to complete their resurvey, which is continuing since 1957. And they do the survey of only of those plots where there is no disputes. So you are spending money where there is no dispute. Registration, these are the statements from their officials only. Registration is still handled with paper-based method, and land dimension on a registry book is inaccurate. The purpose of showing these is to say, to come out of some problems which are there in our mind but may not be there in the reality. who started the survey of Japan when they were under American occupation, and who did the resurvey of Taiwan and South Korea when they were under Japanese occupation, and who did our survey, you are well aware. So before I come to show you other examples, I'll just show USA didn't face this issue. They simply on tabletop created the GIS map. They simply said that what we are making is a digital boundary. It has nothing to do with legal boundary. Legal boundary we will determine when you will apply on case-to-case basis. Then we will go in field, we will see your possession, we will see your document, we will see your boundary. Based on that, we will determine your what is the legal boundary. What we are trying to do, or Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan is trying to do, that we can't modernize our map until and unless we have remeasured each and every plot, we have resolved each and every boundary dispute, and that is the chase we are doing for the last 20 years, and it's a difficult one. Hopefully, 4-inch ahead my house, so I'll make 4-inch, and then the street is vanishing. But at most of the places, I feel that if a map is intuitive, because it is very difficult to understand this top map, even for experts. So that should be the focus in the NGO sector. Government has certain legal liability, and we have to do certain things in certain manner. But for many purposes, you don't need that kind of an accurate map. The cadastral map, they are, even after resurvey, you will again get rectangle floating on white paper. Swamit, or I don't want to say, but this was prepared by some PhD fellow who was in Telangana, in Hyderabad, on tabletop. And I liked it, then I went to meet him. And so in urban area, I'm saying that you can identify properties by address. We are chasing geo-coordinate as if we want to reach a plot when we don't know anything in this world. We don't know where we are standing. We'll go to the place and we'll find. Please, everybody is collecting geo-coordinates. You just write it down on paper and try to find the geo-coordinates. You will realize the bluff. It is easy to get it. It is impossible to reach to that place. You will see, because your location will be live captured through satellite. It will change so drastically. You can never capture. It is in the imagination. It is just to sell the technology, centimeter accurate, this, that. I don't know if they were here, but sorry for that. But solution for maps, make maps that people can understand and identify properties by addresses. So for most of the research, and why, in one of the presentation, somebody asked why to make inaccurate maps. Because for many purposes, you don't need that kind of a record. This is from my classmate's master's thesis. It is of Boston. He has just calculated that there is a humongous amount of housing data that which buildings will not be accessible after global warming when the water level has reached high. So we are not asking these questions because we don't have those inaccurate maps. We can't have accurate map. We can't create inaccurate maps. So we are not doing the spatial analysis. So from academia, in administration, this analysis is missing, which there are many. This is my another classmate who did his research on Nairobi. He predicted the income level of people simply based on house size, street size, and by many other. This was from my thesis. We can skip it. There are many simple questions which we can answer, but we don't know that GIS can answer these questions. We create GIS for point data. Everybody is saying we have done the GIS. What is there? Point data. Where is school? Where is toilet? This is all given in Google. So why somebody will replicate this one? And that is available on website. And if it is available on one portal, it will non-usable in any way. Because if you will use it, then processing is happening on that front. So if more people will use it, it will clock down. It will not function. And if nobody is using it, then it is of no use. So it should be more in a downloadable format. In US, they simply liberalize it. All data, this is from Cambridge, that mismatch I have calculated. Europe also, they don't allow you to download this map because otherwise you will call their bluff that, okay, the mismatch is 20% or 30%. USA, it is freely downloadable. And this is for Cambridge City, where Harvard and MIT both are theirs. And for each year, you can download the shape files. You can download who is paying how much tax. You can do tens of exercise. So it is, this is a dream. Hopefully, we'll have someday. But very freely shareable data. Even if it is not with the government, I'm saying academia, in whatever position you are, have that kind of a record. Share it through GitHub or many other forums, and slowly. This bandwagon will pick up. Otherwise, with point data, we will not be able to do any research. This is my dream. If we have any kind of an address API, rather than creating too many technical solutions, I don't use technical words. So without using even the land subject, if we have an address book, so we can see whether most of the dengue cases are coming beside one nala, or where there is water leakage, where is the per head consumption of water, where is more, where is less. This spatial analysis and technical analysis, textual analysis, we have to understand. spatial analysis is currently missing from academia, from administration, and everywhere. And so it can lead to simplification of government service delivery, efficient collection of property tax, tech-based urban and transport planning, partition ID, and there is many other related topics. Thank you so much for the, I hope just 4 minutes I have crossed, so sorry for that, but thank you so much.